Something about this next story that's getting a lot of attention because, well, you can't miss it.
No, you definitely can't. So if you've driven anywhere near the Twin Cities area, you may have seen those Kris Lindahl billboards, right? The red ones. He's the local real estate guy. Well, now he has a small challenger, someone who isn't competing for his real estate business necessarily, but for his unique billboards. This is definitely a story that's left us scratching our heads for a long time, but there is a positive outcome to all of this. Drive through a place like Uptown and there is so much visual stimuli that you might have become desensitized to billboards. But drive down East Hennepin Avenue in northeast Minneapolis and you might see something that will make you go, what the heck? Look how long my arms are? Look how long my arms are.com. Look familiar? That's because it is.
And originally I wasn't interested in a response, but then as it started to get some traction and they started raising some money, I said, you know what, there's a way to turn this into a positive.
So let's backtrack to a time before the billboard went up. This Minneapolis man started a GoFundMe page to, quote, construct a billboard more dumber than any dumb billboard to ever exist before it. It further reads, why? I think we both know why. But honestly, we don't. The author of the idea declined to comment. One thing's clear, though, it's a Kris Lindahl Real Estate parody.
In a way, I deserve the attention. Right? We put these billboards everywhere, and so it's expected.
Kris Lindahl himself says he's used to it. He also says this man, Mr. Long Arms, reached out to him for help to have the Long Arms billboard put up. An odd request, but there was room to make it work.
Originally, I said, I'll donate a billboard spot so that you can put a billboard up. Well, he had already paid a non-refundable fee for the billboard. So I said, what I'll do is I will donate that amount to people serving people so that it ends up being a wash.
And so that's what he did. A man who has hundreds of billboards all over Minnesota, through the man who has just one in Minneapolis, made positive of the attention these arms were getting. Lindahl says, no hard feelings.
If I'm worried about taking offense to that, you know, that's a very minor thing. And so you got to have fun with it, right? I mean, you got to have some humility. And if you're going to put yourself out there like we have at Kris Lindahl Real Estate, then there are going to be some people that have an opinion and some have constructive feedback. And I'm totally comfortable with it.
In the end, everyone won. Most importantly, people serving people, a homeless shelter for families in Minnesota, got some much needed help. I'm not going to lie, it's definitely a strange story, but a heartwarming one nonetheless. Okay, so I asked the real big J important question here. I was like, so do you know who has the bigger wingspan? And he says that we'd be surprised to know that it's obviously not as big as it seems for him. And he says he might even reach out to Mr. Long Arms again to ask about his wingspan so that they can maybe compare.
You know what? When I look at those billboards, both have their arms open and they're opening their arms and they're being generous. I think that's a way we can look at it too.
Yeah, always positive.
All right. Thanks, Sharon.